Hi everyone.
Greetings.
We're in Pure Worship book. Last time we did the first section of a whole box. This is the way it looks in the book. So they have a box that goes right across the whole 2 pages.
What pages are these?
These are page 194 and 195. So the first little caption they have is Jehovah warns of coming great battle. And then they split it into 3 compartments. The ancient Israel days, the 1st century CE, and modern times.
The last time we looked at 3 texts they chose, snippets really, right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah, Ezekiel
and Daniel.
We looked closely at Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're looking at 4 snippets they have chosen.
Yes.
From
For
Matthew, Paul, Peter,
and John.
And John.
Yeah.
So you would think we'd get some pretty good and accurate coverage here in the New Testament with those 4 names, right?
Right,
but
right.
We'll see the problem.
Okay.
I'm going to be reading from the screen as Vivian covers the book.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So the section that is the 1st century CE, they quote Jesus, Matthew 24:21 and 22. There will be great tribulation, such as has not occurred since the world's beginning. And then they quote Paul, 2 Thessalonians 1:6-9. Of course, they don't give you all the verses.
So there's a double ellipsis in this particular snippet, right?
Yeah.
That is ... and another ...
Yeah. Jesus ... with his powerful angels ... brings vengeance on those who do not know God. And then Peter, 2 Peter 3:10. Jehovah's day will come as a thief ... and earth and the works in it will be exposed. And then John. Out of Jesus' mouth protrudes a sharp, long sword with which to strike the nations. And they didn't quote everything, but that's Revelation 19:11-18 as the reference.
So superficially, this looks like pretty good, pretty wide coverage. You got Jesus, you got Paul, you got Peter, and you got John in the New Testament, and all of them seem to be warning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are, but what's the problem here?
Well, you don't think about who they're talking to. Is this their public preaching? Is this what they're telling people that they mean?
Yeah, what is missing here? Well, the book of Acts is missing. That's where the public message is cited and almost only there. Mm-hmm. Whereas in Jesus, in Matthew 24, who's he talking to? He's not even talking to all the 12. He's just got a few of them there, and he's telling them what will happen. But does that mean now you take this and you spread it around?
Yeah.
And that's not what happens. And then you've got Paul, who's he talking to? A congregation he recently served, 2 Thessalonians. Mm-hmm. He's talking to them about what's going to happen, and they need to know this, but is this what they're going to be preaching? Mm-hmm. Then Peter, 2 Peter 3. I think the word that they like here is the word exposed. Earth and the works in it will be exposed. And who's doing that, of course? Well, that's part of our work, too.
Yeah.
So the day of vengeance is definitely there in the New Testament, but Peter's talking, if you read Peter's 2 epistles, he's talking to the mostly Jewish believers that he was serving. If you read Galatians, that was his peculiar ministry, right?
Yeah.
And then John, who's John addressing? Well, this is to the 7 churches in Asia.
Yeah.
So this is not the public message. This is for the edification of the church about the future.
Now you can see why they want Jehovah's Witnesses to hear these words: great tribulation, vengeance, exposed, strike. I mean, it's fear-mongering, really, in a way. It's making your concentration to be on the time of the end. A great day ahead where everyone's going to be wiped out. This is what they want you to be thinking about.
And most of all, they want you to take responsibility for spreading this message of a day of vengeance that's coming. But it's not just coming, it's coming immediately. Mm-hmm. That's a very big difference from Jesus, who's not talking about, in fact, many of his parables are not about coming immediately. It's about a king who goes away to receive his kingdom and then comes back again.
Yeah.
So the trend of Jesus' teaching is to discourage speculation about times and seasons. But what are you doing? Because the picture on the right page here showing 4 Jehovah's Witnesses sitting around a table, talking about and perusing very closely publications with the Bible open, mind you, in front of them on the table,
yeah.
but looking at publications. And then they tell you, in case you don't get the message from the picture, what you're supposed to do with this.
So this is the modern times section. They start with this statement: the Bible is the most widely translated and distributed book of all time.
It is.
Amen.
That's true.
But you didn't do it. They tell you what they do. Underneath, Jehovah's modern-day servants distribute billions of copies of Bible literature in hundreds of languages. They don't distribute Bibles in,
We said that clearly in recent videos. That do you ever remember a Bible campaign going door to door?
No.
It was always
Their
the literature, and now it's go to jw.org.
And this picture of this family sitting around the table, yes, that's what you do. You study the publication. You may refer to the Bible, but most often you don't. You just read whatever part they've quoted.
Now, when this was printed, just a few years ago, this publication came out, right? When it was printed, it was true that you distributed billions of copies of Bible literature. It's no longer true.
Yeah.
So you can't even brag about that anymore. And then there's an additional bullet here, though, isn't there?
They spend hundreds of millions of hours each year preaching. What do they preach? Warnings, I would say. Yeah. That's what they do preach.
Well, it's been consistent since day one, which is 6 generations ago now. The generation of the 1870s that lived maybe to the First World War period.
Yeah.
What were they distributing in their door-to-door work? Well, it was, first of all, it wasn't all Russellites that did it. It was the so-called colporteurs. And what were they distributing? Well, Russell's books, and the titles tell you what they were distributing. Look at the first 4. The Divine Plan of the Ages, The Time is at Hand, Thy Kingdom Come, meaning in 1914, if you read the book with the pyramids in it, and the 4th book, The Day of Vengeance, The Battle of Armageddon.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know as to what they've been talking about these 6 generations.
And this is directly against what Jesus told his 12 that saw him ascend. When he talks to them, he tells them, it's not for you, times and seasons. That's not what you're going to talk about. You're going to be witnesses of me. So, you're not doing that. You're preaching the very thing he told them not to preach about.
The Day of Vengeance.
Yeah. They were to preach about Jesus.
So what can we say? They've got the wrong message and the wrong method. Because first of all, it wasn't everybody that was doing this work in the 1st century or in the Old Testament. It was the watchman was Ezekiel, one man.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean the other prophets weren't, but they were prophets. They were inspired.
Yeah.
They were the ones sent. Apostles are the ones sent. Are you apostles and prophets? But somehow they've conned you into thinking it's your responsibility to take this word to everybody.
And part of the problem is when you go into the Bible, you look for yourself there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you go in the Bible. If you're in Isaiah, it's about you. And the message is about you. But who was the book written to? What was it about? Very specifics. So go back to reading the Bible, but look at who the book is for. Who's it addressed to? Usually the very first chapter of any Bible book is going to tell you who it's written to.
Save yourself from this crooked generation, and that generation is the generation of Bible misinterpretation, and nobody's better at this and more consistent at it than Jehovah's Witnesses. What was our link?
We're going to link to how and where did the apostles preach, and are Jehovah's Witnesses right about their method or their message?
See you next time.
Oh, you have it.
Indeed.